Welcome back to Seabee Land. Sorry guys, I'm not wearing the Seabee hat, or not Seabee hat, sailor hat. My Dixie cup, because I don't care. No dude, it just can't stay on my head anymore with all this hair. Anyway, I already started because you know me, I can't help it.
Damn son, where'd you find this?
But don't worry, we didn't do much. We smacked this guy on here. I got another one waiting right here. And then I'm up here at the top now, and listen, I left, well, I think I gave a lot of stuff away when I moved from Mississippi to a lot of Seabee buddies, and I think my caulk gun I gave away. That's coming in tomorrow, okay? And I really don't want to risk, because it's supposed to rain randomly in the next 3 days, but we're not gonna let that stop us. We're gonna do the chimney. But my point being is, I don't have a caulk gun. I got the silicone. Too waterproof. We should be pretty okay, but I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. And you'll be up there with me on the roof when I'm doing everything. But I cut out the hole already. I'm going to see if it fits the actual box, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'm not going to do a lot of talking today, guys, because I figure I do way too much talking, and you can ask questions if you're wondering. But I try not to talk, but I try to talk enough that I explain things. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna finish tacking this up real nicely, clean it up. We won't be able to get the box in because the box actually, since it's a vaulted ceiling, I'll have to take some, what's it called? Some asphalt shingles off. I've got a packet of extra ones in the barn. And if it's splitch splotch, meaning different colors, I don't really care. But before I can install, because it's not a vaulted ceiling, I can't install the box and leave it there, because the box's flange actually have to go past all the insulation and onto the literal roof. So I'll have to probably do some cutting because it is a vaulted ceiling, and that's a straight square, and kind of use it as flange, just tack it in with some roof nails. And then while I'm up there, I'll do the chimney and everything and stuff. But today we're gonna get this all buttoned up, and we're gonna see if I can break my bussy ass back taking that 350-pound stove and figuring out how I'm gonna do it. I'm a little wary. I feel like the edge of the slate's gonna snap, so I'm gonna get some towels and kind of compact it, and then maybe some 2x4s and see if I can slide it on there. That's probably my best course of action, but we'll see. All right, well, let's get on with the video. And even though it's not gonna happen today, me doing this roof might actually happen by Wednesday. So I think you'll see that later in this video. But as of today, when I'm filming, which is Friday, it's, yeah, we're not going on the roof today because I don't have a caulk gun and I didn't want to run out. So let's move on. All right, so this is actually a box that goes in your attic if you don't have a vaulted ceiling. Otherwise it goes straight through the roof. But it goes in your attic, and what it does is it allows insulation to come up and butt up against it. But if you look on the inside, you can see you have space right here between this 6-inch diameter. That gives you enough space that your insulation isn't touching your little chimney, because you'll see once we get up there, this will be in place. We'll cut it up, just the corners, and kind of have the flashing done so it's nice and plumb, but it'll be secured. Obviously the chimney pipe will come up into this end, but on the inside it will shift over to the actual, because that's technically, I got a single wall stove pipe going into this, and what's going to come out of it I think is a triple wall chimney pipe, which is just, to be honest, I have no idea, but it's different. So anyway, I'm just seeing the measurement right here, and if we got it good enough. I don't think so. We'll probably have to cut it a little bit tighter or open it up a little bit, but you never know. Sometimes. Oh yeah, I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I think we'll have to just go a little bit. But, whoa. Oops. Oh, that'll work maybe. Look at that. Actually, it's so nudged. I think we're kind of floating right now. Damn, this drill keeps, I need to move it now. But if you see,
Just gonna send it!
oh, we'll just wedge it in there for now. Probably now, I'll probably take it down, but this gives you an idea. It's kind of shifted. It's wedged. It'll be secured with screws when we get up there, but there you go. That kind of gives you an idea. Let's zoom back here. All right. There we are. And it's got a trim piece that goes around it too, so, oh, the focus is bad. This is a really position. Sorry, that ceiling fan. Anyway, you can kind of see actually from right here how it'll sit on the hearth, chimney pipe goes up, boom, into that. And it'll probably go about, I would say, 8 inches higher. But that's done, so that's nice. We're gonna take it down because it's not actually secured. Wonderful, right? So we're gonna actually take it down because it's not secured. It's actually just wedged in there. Hopefully I don't do too much damage to the rear because it looks like I've got, from wedging it, some of the drywall is cracking. But if I can real quick find this piece, even though I'm off camera, and I can show you, I was gonna show you, there's a trim piece that kind of goes around it once it's secured to the ceiling through the roof. But frankly, I don't know where it's at. I'm not gonna waste my time looking for it. It's in that box of piles, but anyway. So, I mean, honestly, that's not going nowhere. We'll just leave it up there for aesthetics right now. I'll wipe it off. And in fact, it's gonna be perfect because I'm gonna see, once we get this on here, we'll put in that telescopic pipe because I had to get another pipe that could actually telescope. And we'll get it secured in there just to see it and see what it's gonna look like from here. And then the next time, which for you won't be next time, it'll be the same video probably. But for me, next time, this bottom will kind of be all done and then it's just going on the roof and finishing up, buttoning all that shit. So praise God that we're almost there. I gotta cut like 2 more trees down, but let's move on.
It's different battery.
Kobe Bryant? All right, the top ain't perfect, but hell, who's gonna go up there? QC? I don't think so. Now we got a cap, so now I'm gonna clean this area up. And we're gonna see if I can come up with a system where I don't break my little baby back. And get that damn stove on top of there. So pretty much it's all done, because again, once that stove's on top and that pipe's pretty much going up, that's not fixed yet, it's just wedged. Tomorrow or later in the video, when I'm up there, you'll see how I'm gonna secure it. Then we'll come back down and actually do the stovepipe last. We wanna get that chimney done first. But really the only thing left with the hearth itself is that quarter round piece on the bottom, which you probably can't see. You kind of see in it right there. But that sharp edge, we're just going to put some, I say quarter round, but it's 1/2 inch high by 3/4, I don't know. And we'll do it bare because it'll match when I stain the cedar. I was going to leave it, but Oksana said no. And I'd rather not deal with that. So, yep, I'll clean this up and we'll see if we can get that damn stove on top. And pretty much this part of it's done. Then we got to go on the roof. I'll center this on where it needs to be so that it's good to go. And then below it, we will fix it to the hearth. And I'll just do that with some drilling and some anchors, and we'll be good to go. And then it's just that. I mean, we're almost there. We're almost there. Yeah! Fucking yeah, I'm so excited. All right, so we got it on there. We got it pretty centered. We might do a little bit more shimmying later. Here's the thing. This originally was it's a double wide. You can see, like, we're about there, and that box is not plumb. You can see it's actually pinched in. So I think we're gonna line up beautifully. So praise God on that, dude, because could you imagine? I would hate to have this straight stack and then a dumbass 45 whatever weird ass thing that might come. So you see that's pinched out. So we'll plumb it, and hell, we might not even plumb it. I mean, we'll plumb it, but if it doesn't, you know, it needs to come forward a little bit, we'll do that and nobody's gonna notice. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at right now, guys. Now the video is gonna keep going because I'll keep doing this video tomorrow. But for here today, this is where I'm stopping. And I think we're in a pretty successful position. See, and that stack isn't tall enough, that's 4 feet. Look at all that shit there. There's the old gas. So I'll take the opportunity to talk about this. So propane gas, that's great, no problem. You know, but I've got 18 acres, dude, and I've got so much woods that I was like, I don't need to pay for heating, I can heat. That's where the original one is, and you can see that's where the insert was. I took it out, and in fact, it had an intake too. That's the thing we're gonna have to talk about. I was talking about double wide, right? So that behind there is an intake pipe. Now, in a typical house that you build normally, it's not as sealed. Sorry about the focus. It's not as sealed, right? And what I mean by that is it's not as airtight, just because it's manufactured, you know, the way it is. I don't know why. I don't know the design of mobile, homes, but I guess they're super airtight. The thing about this mobile home, and I guess it was common when I was looking it up. I didn't grow up in one, but I've lived in many now since I've been married and poor before the Navy and whatnot. But this double wide was set on a fixed foundation. It had windows replaced with, vinyl, typical homes. It was brick clad, so the outside is not like a typical traditional just trailer side. It's on, like I said, a fixed foundation, so it's actually not even on like a pure foundation, like you typically would see a trailer put on. And then the roof was redone. It's not a typical, mobile home roof. It's, they redid it with ply. And in fact, well, you can't see it now. I was going to say you could see it through there. You'll see it tomorrow. But we have sheathing and asphalt and felt and the whole 9 yards. But the big point is, right, it's airtight. You're supposed to have, like it originally did on this build, right, this double wide, it had this intake right there. Because I guess the gas came with it, but and that goes outside of the home, so we may have to do that over here. I don't know if we'll do it right behind it or pull the pipe, and you can actually see how messy this house is right now. Sorry, but I bought the intake pipe just in case we are going to do it. However, I don't think we're going to have to do it because this part of the house where you see the kids playing in my ladders, I guess I can show you progress on the chicks too. But this is an addition, right? And this was built traditionally, so it's not a mobile home. So I'm thinking, well, I might not need an intake because this portion of the house is built, traditionally. And look, it's open. And these aren't airtight either. So I don't think we're gonna have a problem. And the point of it being is negative pressure inside the home when sucking in air that can cause a bad problem when you're trying to intake air into a fire, you know, or into a furnace, right? Because that inside that box is airtight and needs to suck in air, and it will do that naturally with the draft. And if you're in a mobile home, however, like I said, it's heavily negative pressure, so it's going to be having a difficult time eating oxygen, sucking it in, which is why we'll see if I have that problem easily by if it's having a problem really burning and I open a window and immediately it lights up better, then I know I have a problem, negative pressure problem, and then I'm going to have to do the piping. I just don't want to do more work than I have to, because if I don't have to, then I'm not gonna. So this is where we're at today, and I'll, well, for me today, video will keep going, but let's do a little break real quick. Check out these chicks. Look how big these chicks got. These were the ones that Oksana just decided, and she added 5 more, but I think 2 died. But check this guys out. Look how freaking big they are, dude. Look at them. I'm so damn tired of them. You see the 3 bars, those are the oldest ones. Then you got these guys, there's 2 of those. Orphanings or something. And then there's 5, so I guess there was 8 or 7 of the new ones, but 2 or 3 died. The little ones, I don't know what they are. But that's where they're at. Look, I just filled their water up this morning and they just shit it and do everything. What a pain. I'm so tired of having chickens in the house. Azariah, will you close that for me, bud? Thank you. All right, so that's where we're at. Look at that progress, guys. We're looking good. Looking real good. Look at that. And there's a trim piece. I haven't found it yet, but it's in that pile box as I showed you. And that's a heat induction fan, so once it gets hot enough, that spins on itself. It's supposed to help circulate that little damn thing. I don't think so. I've read that most people say no, it doesn't help. Other people say it's a lifesaver. I just did it because I think it's super cool and the aesthetic. And then this is just a natural humidifier with the horse, because one day, you know, Big Papa, he on Seabee land will be riding them horses. But yeah, so in the winter, when it's not really humid and you're dry as hell, your nose and your air, you just fill it up with water and put it on top of this, and it steams. So awesome, awesome success. We'll keep rolling on the video. Let's keep going. All right. So there's a couple of things to address here right now. For example, this blower. This is a quite nice thing. This little blower, we're gonna have to take out a little shield here, but it goes on the back, right back here. And what it does is it just distributes essentially the heat on the rear of this, and it blows it up and out. And you can turn it up real high, or you can turn it up real low. Here's a cool thing though. Let me just make sure that we're doing this the right way. Definitely don't go like that. I'm sure it goes like that, but it goes up, right? And you got this little heat shield. The heat shield in front of the heat shield. But with that being said, right, it goes in there. There's a little notched area here, and we got some screws for this. That's what that does. And you think, oh, it just blows it up. This actually comes with the stove as well. Let's open it up. And it literally, maybe I just made a mess, more of a mess. Mounts right here. And what this does is it just essentially does an efficient job of what this is supposed to do, or claims to do. And this redirects it. So you can leave this off and it'll go straight up, or that blower will blow in there and it will blow all that heat here out and away. So we're gonna hook that up. And there's actually an outlet behind this heat shield, but I don't want to use it. I think I'm gonna use an outlet over here, because there's probably gonna be a table or something in here, or a couch, I don't know. I have no idea, dude. But so these are the few things. And then lastly, something to consider is this connecting here. Check this out. Below it, there's a gasket. And I think I'm gonna use some super glue, because this is really annoying, just to get it seated. And I'm sure it's gonna burn off and smell like shit later. But this gasket, this heat gasket, needs to come in here and it needs to sit real pretty like. But we got this here that's really gross looking. See? So anyway, you have to consider these things. And here's the bolts with the clamps and the washers. So I will do all 3 of those things and get those all situated, and I will get back to you. All right. It's next day, and I got a cock gun. Cock. Anyway, let's take this box out. It's wedged. Oh, there we go. There we go, down there. So I do need to shave it up a little bit. But for those of you who are spooky dooky, time to cut through the roof. Don't worry, we got what we need. Let's put this down. And we're gonna use the magical, let's get it right there. I got some wiring. One of them I can push to the side, it's not a big deal. The other one now, I can feel a, what's it called? Staple up there. So I can resolve that once I'm on the roof, but let's do this. Wow, man. I always wondered how trailers or mobile home roofs are. And it looks like, I mean, that's almost like a 1x1 or a 2x2. And it looks like it just has a web design. And then that's like foam. So it's like trusses. And they're 16-inch on center. That's a little concerning, isn't it? Don't you think? But all right, let me go get a blade and the oscillator. Alright, let's go. I should have got my glasses. Hey, there's safety glasses down there? Yeah, right there. PPI? PPI is private information. PPE. PPE, guys. Personal protective.
Yes, Daddy.
Equipment. Alright, let's rip into this. We're through. That's vibrating the hell out of my hand. So I'm gonna go get ear protection too for my baby ass ears and some gloves, because that is not a good feeling. But we did cut through our first little hole. How wonderful. Woo! All right, so surprise, surprise, surprise. We have a surprise, which is typical. You look up in there. Oh, sorry, I got this stupid ass tripod. I hate it. We got a whole nother roof on top, which I suspected something. But that was, that was a truss I was telling you about. This little, like, look at that. That's like 2x2s. That's the roof of a mobile home? How is that even allowed? I guess web trussing is a lot stronger. That's what they say. But on top of that, as you saw, was a traditional roof put on top. And I suspected something was going on because there are gable end vents. So I always thought that was odd. And that there had to be some sort of cross face or anything. So now I gotta go look around the house and see if I can get access up to there. 14.5 by 14.5. I mean, I might be able to fit through that, but I'll probably go through the gable vent unless it's secured. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but now I gotta change up. Now I think I should have bought one more stack of chimney, but we can do that later too. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, but let's get going and try and get up in there. Slowly but surely we ascend into the abyss. There's probably some rednecks up here that have been living. Could you imagine if it was one of those scary movies? Hey babe! If I call for you, because there's a feral child, can you come, please? She said no. All right. I think we got it, boys. No way. There's some cool here, I think. Oh, we're in such a bad spot. This was a stupid idea. Why did we have to get a furnace? All right, here we go. Oh, saw that? You saw that? slowly we ascend, and we're up. Me. Oh, all right. I'm so scared. I'm so afraid. Isn't this cool though? Somebody needs to label them hunches. Stop leaving unlabeled lunches. Check this shit though. As you can see, we have a whole nother roof up here. Double protection, boys. Double. But as you can see, there's the furnace down there. And now we're through the first roof, which I thought was the roof. And now we have to come up through here. So, I'm not going to videotape this. If you can even see me, dude, this is such a terrible... I'm not going to videotape this. I am going to do it, and I'll all I'm doing is I'm plumb bobbing it. We're going to cut to the next through the next roof. And then I'll start videotaping again. Because right now it's just so, at least it's not in the middle of summer, because it'd be hot as here, so. What's nice though is the soffit's definitely working. I can see light, and then the gable vent, so that's great. And it even has a ridge vent, so that's super nice airflow. And it's super nice to know that I'm like double protected. But I'll tell you what, real quick while we're down here, or while we're up here, look at that design, truss design. I mean, it's like 2x2s, that's what I'm on. That's spooky. I mean, I guess engineering, right? But damn, spooky. All right, we're through. First hole, second hole. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Ah, this is tiring. Just kidding. We're through though. 2 roofs. Talk about double protection, huh? Well, believe it or not, if you go down there, I didn't show you, but there's a chimney there too. You're gonna see me do one here. But it used to be right there. And I guess originally, it was a mobile home, right? Originally, it had a fireplace right there with a chimney. Well, I guess when they put on this addition here and a new roof, then they canceled that out because they switched over to a gas furnace. I don't know why, I'm not a fan of gas. I think it has its utilities. And maybe once upon a time it was cheaper, but thanks Biden, not any more. But yeah, let's keep moving on. So now I gotta do the box, down there, which I'll do it and then I will show you it. But we'll do the box right there at the ceiling where the insulation is, which is for insulation. And then I will do the chimney here. And we'll just slowly start stacking this shit. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Because I got to go back down there anyway after I secure the box. And then I want to do the stovepipe so that when I start putting the chimney, it just transitions all the weight to the stove. Because I've seen guys do it to where they mount the box and they start stacking the chimney. And honestly, it's like, it seems to be that's really where the bracing, the weight is. It's all on that box until the stovepipe's up. And then, you know, I don't know, but I'm gonna do it this way just because I think I'll feel a little bit better. And if you've done this before and I look retarded, well then great. Do a little comment and tell me I look retarded. But yeah, so far, I mean, now it's go, go, go. Now we can't stop, we gotta get going. Praise God, the rain held off. It was supposed to rain. And then magically for a week, it didn't have to rain, or said no. So now we're gonna do this and knock this out before we do it. And you're gonna see we're gonna get this under the flashing, or under this roofing. It's gonna look great. It's gonna look great, guys. It's gonna look great. All right, we got that box nice and plumb. And we got our little tie that goes on top of the box. It's to keep insulation out. That's obviously keeping all the insulation out, but I'll put that on anyway. So we're gonna put the chimney in, and then that collar tie type thing that's supposed to keep insulation off as well. And then you'll see us continue. All right, so I got 2 chimney pipes. This is technically known as a chimney pipe. The other thing is a stove pipe. So it's 3 feet, not 4 feet, that's fine. So anyway, I gotta make sure to go up the correct way. It's kind of funny, it just, you put it and you screw it, and it screws in like that. So that's our next step. And yeah, so I'll put this on and we'll get it positioned. All right, so essentially this is the lower side, and this is gonna seat inside it, and on the outside here, it's gonna lock in. So all we do is stick it in, and then we either turn it right or left. I have to make sure, I'm pretty sure we turn it left. So now, dropping it in. Beautiful. And now, you're good, babe, I'm recording now. She was helping me. I have to just find, there we go. And now, I twist. That's how easy it is, huh? There we go. And we're good. Wow, that's it, and then she's on. So, just to show you, you literally grab it, you put it, slide it in, and you can't see because it's dark, but it just slides over it, and then you twist it clockwise. Let me set that back up, right there. And then I'm gonna get this sort of collar tie right here. And I'm gonna put it on and just kind of, I mean, honestly, just shove it down is what I'll end up doing. So, and the way that these work is they have a tab and it slides through just like this. See if I can do it. And then once it's on, we tighten it and then we bend it back. So, if anything, this might just keep bugs out. I don't know, honestly. Wasps and shit. But, so we put that on there. Get it level. Now, bend it back. Well, actually, you can do it by hand because that's what I just did. And then we dropped it. And I'm assuming you guys get a nice view of my ass. So that's cool. But, yeah. Oh, I just cut the shirt. This is a good one, too. And, yeah, so then we're gonna, what we'll do is the roofing part, which is gonna be this flashing. So we're gonna get the flashing on, we'll get the next pipe on, flashing over it, and we'll kind of plumb it up. But I'll clean this area up, but I'll show you. We're gonna have to actually pick up some of this roofing, which actually somebody stapled it on top. Look at that, without any epoxy. First off, the staples, that's really weird. Why are there random staples up top there near the ridge? And I'm assuming that's because that's what they were roofing with, but they should have covered that. Sometimes they don't because the ridge cap will actually cover it, but it looks like they didn't. But yeah, so anyway. Ooh, almost forgot my knife down here. Look at that. Damn, somebody in 100 years would have been super pumped for a little knife. All right, let me clean this up. We'll keep going. Okay, so what I've done is I've went and got another course of shingles here, and you can see how this is real nasty and on the edge, and I want most of them to actually go underneath, so, or most of the shingles go over the flashing, okay? That's your best bet. Now, I don't want to rip up the whole roof. I considered ripping this up a bit because I really hate how jagged and ugly and that looks, but we'll figure it out when it comes to the caulk and whatnot. But either way, it's sufficient. Now, with that being said, we might fix it, but with that being said, you can see I'm molding it. Before I actually am about to put it underneath the shingle that goes above it, right? I'm just making sure that when I push it in there, it's gonna be nice and flush and cute and look appropriate. So that's what we're doing first. And another thing I wanted to show you too is look at this. So this is that bead of tar I was telling you that comes on all shingles that goes on the end, all right? The top, it's plastic here and you peel it off, right? Or well, do not remove med. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that I don't remove it? What the f does that mean? Do not remove med? I thought that plastic here, yeah, see? So what I learned here is you remove the plastic, and that's kind of the glue on top. And then you take the, and then this lower one here, so you'll put that on, you'll do your nails, and up here, just about an inch, 2 inches below the top edge, and that you'll see that that's where your nail goes through, and that's kind of what melts, or rather cures, but it melts. If it's hot, I think it melts, and seals. And then below here, it just naturally, with the weight and the sun and with the water coming down it just mends to itself. That's why, like, if I come here, I can't just pick that up. It's because of that bead. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to work on this, and then I'll come back to you when I am going to present what work I'll do up top, because I don't know what I'm going to do up there. But we'll get it situated. It'll look good. We'll make it look good. We'll make it look good. All right, so as you can see, I'm kind of working all over the place. To get this centered properly before, as I'm slowly nipping it away, I had to put the next chimney in, and I screwed it in. It's real nice. It's like a nice snap lock thing. But I can already tell you this, even if I'm not counting, look at that. We are at 20, so 4 inches short. Technically, we're supposed to be 4 inches higher, which I guess, I don't know. We'll have to look. What's the semantics on that? Because if I put this on, oh, I'm falling off the roof. If I put this on, I mean, we're four above it. I think we're gonna be okay, like just barely. Now, the only other reason that I wouldn't, well, I guess, did I talk about that? It has to be within 10 feet of the ridge or the highest point of the building, the chimney. It has to be at least 3 foot coming out of the house, which this is not enough. So we're gonna have to add another section of chimney, which you saw how easy it's gonna be. So he'll go up there. So I think we'll just have to do that. But for now, it'll suffice, but it's not in code until it's 3 feet above from where it comes out of the roof, within 10 feet of the ridge, and at a flat, at the top of this. So in fact, let's do that. Let's just do it right now. If I put this on, at the end, and I guess it just sits on top, all right? Probably shouldn't put it on yet, but let's see. With that on there, I should be 2 feet. So if I go from, that's the ridge cap, let's go right here. Literally 2 feet right there. So that's a minimum if I was going off this. So I'm within 10 and I'm at 2 feet, but this does not come out of the short side 3 feet out. If it was 3 feet out, it would come right here. So it still needs to come out about right here. So I'll have to add another section, and thank God I bought this, which is bracing, because once it gets high enough, I don't remember, you have to put bracing on it so the chimney doesn't sway. So we'll have to add another 3 feet, which I won't do in this episode, and I probably won't ever show you except for when I'm walking outside and I've done it. But other than that, this is when the storm collar comes in, right here, and you put it around, and tight, 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 and it covers up that hole, you see? And then we'll put a caulk bead here, and we're gonna put caulk underneath the flashing once we're done. I just wanna get that done ASAP. So that's where we're at, boys. That's where we're at. We're almost there. Almost there. All right, so we're done. We're pretty much done, other than it's not sitting right. Gosh, that gets me so agitated. I'll play with that off camera. But just to give you an idea, there's our new chimney. Now, I probably could have put one more course over it if I really wanted to finagle it, but I just didn't want to. I figured that bit of flashing, probably about a quarter of the flashing out, is fine. But yeah, you can see, we've cut around it. And now, we are good to go. Roofers, tell me if I did anything wrong, or if anything looks retarded. because I'm sure it's there. But there we are. Pretty similar, right? I'd say. And then look too. Okay, they got little gaskets, but I just covered them big time in silicone. And that looks like it's not seating. You see that big ass bead of caulk? I just put a on. But the shingle above it, you can see, you see that shingle line, that course line. It goes right on the edge, so it's actually seated flush all the way on top, except for maybe, I don't know, half an inch. And so that's why I just packed that full of caulk. Yeah, I think I'm looking pretty good. All right, boys and girls, Seabees, partiers, Christians, sinners, we're done. I will have to come back up here once it comes in, but I had to order one more chimney pipe just because I really like to do things properly. And there's a reason they say it has to be 3 feet out, okay? It falls into everything inspection-wise, other than this chimney just needs to literally be like 6 inches taller. I know it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. I'm gonna add another 3 feet, which means it'll be another 3 feet, as well as 2 braces. Now, here's the thing though, because you can have an issue with backblowing if you don't have enough chimney, right? A big gust of wind will come and it'll blow in the pipe if there's not a strong enough draft, and it will blow smoke into your home. However, if you have too much draft, an excessive draft, it can burn real hot and it can be supposedly dangerous and it can be inefficient. So it's kind of retarded, I don't know. Right now I've got about 8 feet plus, let's see, what is this? This is 3, 3, 6. So I've got about 14 feet right now. So I would have 14, I would have I would have 17 feet, which is kind of obscene because I think the minimum is 12 or it is 14. I don't know. But we're gonna roll with this for now until that comes in. Now we're gonna head downstairs. But before we head downstairs, if you have any questions here, one, this was the issue. Remember, we were just around with it. This is from the actual chimney, and it comes with an adapter to put on for the next chimney to be seated on. But that obviously we didn't need for the top. So now this is nice and beautiful and it's not gonna go anywhere. I was concerned because it was sitting so high that water would get in, but also it was so wobbly. But anyway, so we got our chimney cap, our chimney, our storm tie, our flashing, silicone, beautifully all around. You can see we shimmed this up underneath the existing asphalt roof. So now it goes over the flashing. And we also siliconed underneath that too, just to kind of make sure we have a nice stick. As you can see, it's setting already. It's turning into like this nice thick goo that hardens. It's still like mushy, but you get the point. And we put our screws that are outside, even though they do have gaskets, we also put silicone over them for future proofing. So we're looking good, guys. We have a chimney. We have a chimney, which is awesome. Just hopefully everything works out. So now we're gonna go downstairs and we are going to, you heard, make sure that stovepipe can reach up there. I've got 4 pipes of 48 inches, 48-inch stovepipes, 4 of them. So I'm gonna end up using them somewhere on this homestead. So I figure whatever, I don't care. But I bought this telescopic one, but it only goes up to 68 inches. I think I need 73 inches, which sucks balls because that's 5 inches. However, we'll see if we can play. I have a flue too, if it works out, because the furnace itself has a flue air control, but I'd like to have one in the stovepipe as well. And I know if I put that in, that should give me enough room, but I don't know, we'll see. And any news, yeah, let's head down there. We're done. Praise God, praise Jesus Christ. Christ is king, and don't you forget it. I don't give a shit you are. And don't get mad at my mouth. Sorry, some of us have to act this way so you punk asses can be nice and cozy in your pew. Punk ass. All right, we don't have much left. Pretty much all we've got is this cute little trim piece that goes up there, as you can see, around that box. So it doesn't look so So we've got that left to do, which I'm running out of battery, so I'm not going to show that. I'll pause it in a minute. So we got to do that. And then, as I was saying, okay, good. I've got 4 of these. And these are 4 foot, 48 inch, 6 inch stovepipe. They're great. I've got 4 of them. However, if we look, let's take this off for now. You can see how dangerous it was, right? My jury rigging. And this time I actually covered the stove up so I didn't get it all messy, which was a good idea. Now, which is pretty cool because we can see straight up the chimney. I love that. It looks locked in. Just pray for me, guys, because it would always suck if something didn't work out. It's so annoying when it happens, but it is what it is. So we go up, and one stovepipe that I have is 68 inches. Look at that. That right there is 68, just barely, but it has to come up over it, which is going to be about 72. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I had a telescopic one, which, let me show you. It's hiding over here. I hide it so the kids didn't mess it up. But this can actually reach 68 inches. However, whoops, I don't think we're going to have enough room unless, maybe. Before I do that, though, let's measure one section. Because like I said, it's telescopic, so one section, if that's 4 feet, that's 48 inches. What's 73 minus 48? Oh, 73 minus 48, 73 minus 48, 70 minus 45, 70 minus 45, 65 minus 40, 25 inches. What is that, babe? 73 minus 48. 25? I think so. Let's see if I was right. If I have autism or not. It's not going to work though. So we're going to have to hope. I'm going to prayer. So let's see. Both these seams ironed up. This is the bottom. Let's see. And this would be the top. Actually, there's no way that is it. That's supposed to go inside. You see already? You see how that's wobbly? So we're not in the best of positions right here. But let's say we take that connection out. That's a snap lock. I don't know what the hell snap lock means. Oh! Did you see that core muscle? Did you see that f***ing core? So this is a exhaust flow. Oh, me. Excuse me. Whoops. Let's just see if we can get it up there. We probably won't. Yeah, you see? And then that would go in there. It should. Unless... Oh wow. Maybe not. Maybe that was correct. And that was a trim piece? No way. So let's put this back in. You can see how I'm still... Guys, this is the first time I've ever done this. And I YouTubed for like 20 minutes. And then just parts canned it, fired it. So, what we're going to do here is figure this out. See, this actually... This came with this, and there's a piece here. Watch, I'll show you. Which this isn't going to be enough, frankly. I was hoping... you know what I could do? I could cut this one, right? And make a shorter telescopic one, technically. I mean, it should work. I'll put a 48 and then I'll do it. Nope. Nope, that won't work. See me trying to avoid. And then here's another thing. Let me show you the flue. Oh, you got peanut butter. My son is showing me peanut butter off the side. I asked her like twice randomly to make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, And she got crunchy for me, how sweet. So I've got all these different adapters, as you can see, and then I've got this Flue one. This Flue is weird though, because of the top. I really don't understand, because some of them go perfectly well. Oh, maybe this one will work. Because some of them just, they don't seem to fit, and they're just weird. See? And I should be looking it up, but I don't know. I don't think I care to. I don't know why I keep saying like that right there. You see, that might actually make up my difference. And we know that's not gonna. So let me get that out of there. So that's nice. Put this down. I want to scratch that beautiful pipe. And does this Flue go straight in here? No. See, I don't think the Flue goes straight in there. And I know I have an adapter for the stovetop. So is this my adapter for the stovetop? That's not. Or is it? Yeah, you see? It could be actually. But I just don't like how it's not snug like the other ones. See, and then this one, I don't like that either. But that's the idea, guys. So I'm gonna fiddle around, and then you'll get to see the ending of this, really. I'll show you, clean it up, look, it's so cute. Do a little panorama like I did last time. And then we'll light a fire, even though it's like 68 degrees, so it's hot as hell, in my opinion. But we'll light it because I want to test it. I need to make sure the Flue is working, everything is working great, and et cetera, so. Oh, it's so beautiful. And don't forget, look, I still got to stain that cedar, and I got to put that corner bead down. So that, and then adding 3 feet to the chimney, you're not going to see, except for maybe in a passing in another video. But just know that that's going to happen too. Looks like we're done. The only thing that I'm not sure about is the stove piping. Now everything above here, I think we're good to go. I also think it's weird, but I guess there's some sort of madness to it, that you would think the bottom stovepipe would go in the top and the top one would go over it like a sleeve. Well, it's the opposite. I have no idea why. I should probably look it up. And it would be a bitch if it was the other way around. But again, I double check, triple check, quadruple check to make sure that that was the case when I'm looking at the pipes, because they have stickers of stovepipe goes up this way. So that's just interesting that that's the way it goes. Now, the only part that I'm actually concerned about, really, other than that thing, but I'm not really concerned because it tells me left and right that's the case, is if I move this fan, this Flue. So this thing's great. Closed Flue, open Flue. Closed, open. It was just weird to hook up, to, you know, like I didn't know how it's seated properly. I probably could have looked it up, but we did what I thought made sense. So we'll see. I'll start a fire soon here in a minute. After, you know, you see the little panorama, I'm probably editing it right now, but that's what I'm thinking. If anything is an issue, this smoke will pour out of this because I f***ed up. I don't think that's going to be the case though. So we'll close it for now. Here's that air control right there that I was already telling you. That kind of acts like a Flue, but I wanted one, so that's the intake. I wanted one on the chimney, so you know it might help me start some fires. But yeah, anyway, she's beautiful. Let's see how she performs. All right, usually I'm really good at this. I promise, dude. But today, and this is actually where I'm going to have a little hatchet. I've got 2 of them, so I'll have one here with kindling, and it'll be all ready. But right now, I just want to get this going, and I want to test it out. So before I lighted it, as I was saying, we want to test it out now, even though it's warm outside, warmer, and make sure that we're good. Because we don't want to wait until the winter and something's f***ed up, and then I have to do it all in the winter. Let's see. Look at that moisture in there. That's not good. So now I've got that going. So a couple more. I want to throw some more candle in. And then, we should have put this guy in first, but I'm stupid as hell. You guys can laugh. All that smoke pouring in. So let's close that real quick. Come on, draft, pick up. We're good, there's not a lot of smoke. So we're definitely smoking, but we got her lit. And I'll get back to you at it, but not looking bad. We're definitely there, boys. We're definitely there. Let's go check outside the chimney. We should see smoke. All right, now we don't want smoke. We actually don't want any smoke. Once it gets hot enough, it should be efficient. And efficient wood and efficient burning, you practically have no smoke. It's just gonna be heat coming out of the chimney. But at least we know we're establishing a draft, and that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a draft start. So let's go back inside. All right, well, thanks for joining Seabee Land. If you're wondering about the smoke, it's actually not smoke from the fire. It's from the stove. I read in the manual that it's supposed to, the first time you burn it, it smokes it out. Look how it closed in this intake. And then I open it up and this thing will take off, dude. So that's pretty awesome. It looks great. It's exciting to have it going. Yeah, I gotta work out kinks, I'm sure, myself, trying to figure out how to do this. But definitely badass. Definitely gonna, it's already hot as hell. I think I'm about to start sweating right here. But perfect time, real quick. I should probably say, you can see, it's actually starting to get in the green zone. And you can see what temperature that pipe is there. Now, dude, that's hot as hell now. Like, I don't want to put my hand on it. I already burned my pinky, but anyway, we're getting there. You can see how smoky it's getting, it's gross. And you can tell it's not wood smoke, it's kind of like that burning off the smoke. Let me make sure. Yeah, so that's it for Seabee Land today, guys. We finally did it. Got this hot ass stove in my face now. And it's not blackening the glass, so that makes me happy. That means I dried out my wood really well. I don't know, I kind of want to heat it up and let it keep burning. But I also want to turn down this fire. But I don't know, we'll see, man. Thanks for tuning in to Seabee Land. If you got any questions about chimneys or you're afraid to do it yourself, DIY, you can do it, because a Seabee can do it. Look at this. I did this. It's beautiful. Now I'm gonna go open windows before I pass out from this chemical smell from this furnace. They need to fix that. So, but it's working great. It's working great. Praise God. Remember, baby boys, the plan, it's no plan. Ask me about this. I parts canning this. Just parts canning. I didn't even, 20-minute videos. 20-minute videos, 2 of them, and I skimmed them. And I go, okay, I can do that. So we did it. Cool. You can do it. You can do it.